MMT followers, Christina Fuges with MoldMaking Technology here. You know, amid all the negative headlines and the stories and the negative effects of the coronavirus so far, there is positive news. As soon as I heard that the virus hit the States, I started connecting with shops across North America just to gauge their mood and the current impact of the virus. And what has struck me, not so much the insight that they provide each time I check in, but their readiness and willingness to help and their consistent look on the brighter side. You know, they are focusing on opportunity, turning challenges into future change, and all the while they're leveraging their networks to take on work to really aid in managing this crisis. So I thought I'd take a few minutes here and there and do some quick, what I'm going to call MMT chats, to spread some of the more positive news that is going on, some of the lessons and opportunities, and of course, recognize some of the work the industry is doing to help the industry and the country move through this crisis. So people are busy, so let's get into it. I have a guest here. Or is it this way? Meet Amanda Wiriya. And she is the manufacturer and support manager with Wepco Plastics in Middlefield, Connecticut. So Amanda, can you quickly give us a little background on you and Wepco Plastics, what they do? And then we'll get into a little Q&A.
Hi, everybody. So I am, as Christina said, the manufacturing support manager at Wepco Plastics, which means I am basically in charge for offering support to all of our manufacturers on the floor. We are a tool shop as well as an injection molder. So we focus on building aluminum prototype tooling and do short to medium run injection molding in-house. We strive to do all of that in 3 weeks or less. So to us, timing is key. We know that your products and your designs are important, so we want to get them out to you as fast as possible.
So how long have you been at Wepco?
Almost 4 years.
Okay, and your role there, so what are you doing on a daily basis? Everything?
My day-to-day can range from HR to doing some sales to helping out on the floor to overseeing our purchasing, a little bit of everything. However, I can support them best so that they can focus on manufacturing what we need to.
So that's a neat perspective to have because you're not stuck in one aspect of the business. You're able to see during COVID the impact in various areas of Wepco. So speaking of that, I've been to Wepco. Charlie Daniels, your CFO, is a current Editorial Advisory Board member. So I'm familiar with the company's leadership and the culture, but can you talk a little bit about how leadership has stepped in to kind of bring the company together during this crisis?
So I think during this crisis, it really changed our outlook and our definition of leadership. We always strive at Wepco to be leading and not managing. There's a big difference. And if you ask someone, they're never going to tell you they want to be managed. I don't know that you'll ever find someone that wants to be managed, but they want to be led. And we have always strived to have that mentality at Wepco, but with the crisis going on, it kind of changed that. So what does leading mean? Does it mean sitting at home and working from home while we have key members of the team out on the line making these products that are essential to our customers and essential to people being able to be serviced during the virus and recover from it? Or does it mean getting out on the floor and really interacting and connecting with them and walking out to our molding machine operators and asking them, you know, how are things at home? What's going on? How can we support you? Do you have everything that you need? So I think for us, it was really a call to action that we needed to take a more in-depth look on what we are considering leadership.
Okay, that's good. That's a good point because everybody defines it differently. How are you keeping up morale? Because every day it's something new about what shops have to deal with on the employee level, just in terms of their safety and their health and taking temperatures. Like, it's nuts what you guys have to put up with, really. So how do you keep up morale and make employees feel safe, you know, and satisfied?
Exactly. It's challenging. Challenging is even a nice word for that. Everything is changing on an hourly basis. It's not even a day basis anymore. By the hour, things can change drastically. So we've tried to kind of focus on the little things to keep morale boosted. So whether that's me walking around with a snack bucket and offering Cheetos and drinks and different things too, we gave our staff gift cards. Last week, we gave them $50 gift cards to local restaurants. So something small, but we wanted to support them, encourage them, take care of a meal for them, but also have them be able to go out and support other local businesses, because that's really important to Wepco. You know, when we say we're in this together, we mean it. So we want to put our money where our mouth is and help support some other local businesses during this time.
That's a good idea. I like I actually saw that on social media a lot, about going out and getting gift cards and using it later to, because you never know. I mean, we're talking about the impact of manufacturing, but there's also the whole service industry in your local communities. That's a great idea to encourage that. Has Wepco made any adjustments to how you do things, like to your process? Because everything, if you're working on a project that is for this, right? Whether it's a ventilator component, a mask, whatever, it becomes priority. So unless you're set up from that, and a lot of, like I say, shops it can work that way. So when there's an emergency, we deal with it. But how is Wepco handling it? How are you prepared your workforce through your technology and the way you do things to take on projects that need to get done yesterday?
So that is a challenging question to answer. 2 in a row, Christina. Thank you. So we do 65% of our business is medical. So we usually have a high sense of urgency for a lot of things that we get out. But right now, that urgency is obviously yesterday or last week or last month, because we're being reactive now, not proactive to what our customers are facing. To us, the solution to that is old-fashioned lean principles, and we institute them at Wepco. We carry them out every day, but it's kind of taking a step to rewind and go back and say, all right, are we still staying true to these principles? Are we still executing on what we implemented maybe a month ago or a couple years ago? Because we implemented it for a reason. We believe in it. We believe that it changed our speed drastically when it came to getting molds out. We went from 6 to 8 week lead time to being able to do them in under 3 weeks. So kind of just fine tuning what we already have there to make sure that we can really expedite those orders for our customers. If you're making something that could save someone's life, we want to make sure that we can follow that sense of urgency and get it out as soon as possible.
So it does sound like Wepco has already made so many improvements to get to where you are today, and you know that you're prepared for something like this. Really, so there's no one thing that you stood out to you guys during this so far where you're like, oh, we could do that better. I mean, I know you can always do things better, but there's not a piece of technology or a step in the process that could be more efficient. Nothing like that?
I don't think that we have anything like that in our processes. I think for us, it's more about, are we doing everything that we need to do to be taking care of our people? We have the business, and we are very privileged that we have orders coming in. We haven't had customers canceling orders. We've had them pulling orders in. We've had an increase in business, an increase in quoting. But in order to get all of this out and convert it into revenue, you need a team that can make it. So for us, our challenge is, how do we provide for them? How do we keep them safe while we execute these orders?
Are you guys doing taking the temperature? What kind of precautions and guidelines are you following? It seems to vary when I talk to shops.
So we are not taking temperatures currently. However, like everything else right now, that could change hourly. We are trying to be very proactive about the cleaning. I actually run around on the shop floor today, and we set up cleaning stations at each machine, and over in the tool room, we have them by the CNC machine, so that we're kind of doing a gym style mentality. So wipe it down before you touch it and wipe it down after you touch it. We put up some visual guidelines today to kind of help everyone see, all right, here's where 6 feet away is. So try to keep your distance from everyone, respect that. You know, we're obviously in a manufacturing facility together, but let's try to be as respectful of each other's space as we can to lower that contamination point.
You wonder if some of those cleanliness strategies will just stick. Some of them seem like common sense, don't they? That we just kind of, I don't know, don't do those things. You wonder if people will start having that gym mentality with everything after this is all said and done. Because the media's really got it in your head now anyway, so you wonder how long that will stick, or will that fade away too?
I hope so. We'll see. We'll see if we can make it stick.
So on the social side, Wepco is very social in terms of social media. You guys really work it. One of the interesting things that I saw was the daily STEM activities you started doing since everybody's working from home now, or a lot of people are. The parents are home with their kids are in school. Talk a little bit about that, because I think that's a great way to contribute in a different way.
So a lot of our leadership team has young kids. So I have a 10-year-old. Our president has 3 kids under the age of 13. Charles has 3 under the age of 10, and they're all at home without school indefinitely. We don't know how long. So this is kind of an adventure. We're balancing Wepco and parenting and homeschooling at the same time. And we knew we weren't the only ones in that situation. So we really wanted to do something where the kids could be learning, they could be having fun, and it would give the parents a way to engage with them and to do that daily activity. So we've done them a couple times in my house. We've made ice cream, and we've had water walk over paper towels, and we've made a sailboat. So it's a lighthearted, fun way to do a STEM activity, but also provide just that lighthearted moment, exactly what it is, to kind of take a break from everything that's going on and to pause and embrace the moments. You know, for us at Wepco, we travel so much, we're always somewhere, but right now we're all grounded for at least a few more weeks. So it's an opportunity to kind of embrace the time that we've been given.
It is. I was just talking to somebody this morning. It's almost, I don't know, something about it almost comforting to me when I'm talking to people. Most of us are all on the same page right now, like across the globe. Everyone's adapting to this, to kids being home, to working from home and not feeling quite right. It's uniting in a weird kind of way. So, yeah. And I think that's a great little solution for it too, is bring everybody more together and help parents that might. I'm sure there's a lot of parents that are struggling with being with their kids that much. So it's nice to have activities for them to do. So thank you for that, right? So, well, thank you, Amanda, for your time and for passing on some positive news about a shop that's making it happen during all of this, and we'll continue to.
I have one more thing. So there's been a pet project we've been working on at Wepco. As this crisis has kind of developed, we received a critical email from our chief manufacturing officer at Connecticut with a list of personal protection equipment that was lacking in the hospitals, daycares, correction facilities, that these frontline heroes did not have what they needed to stay protected and to be able to do their jobs. It was heartbreaking to us. And we have so many colleagues that are out there in those front lines. We really wanted to be able to help fill that void and that gap that they were seeing. So we looked at that list, got a little creative, and decided that we could make face shields. Not something in our normal everyday capacities as a mold builder and an injection molder. There's no injection molded parts on it. But we wanted to do this. We really wanted to be able to make a difference.
I love it.
So not only is this going to make a difference for the frontline employees that are out there helping get through this medical crisis, but it's also going to help us employ new team members. So while other businesses are laying off, we're able to actually employ new people at Wepco, as well as we're going to add a little special twist to how we're going to do this, because we want to make a difference not only for our company, but for our manufacturing family. We have another manufacturer that we are going to team up with, and they are going to do some assembly work for us. So instead of them being in a dire position where they're laying people off, we're going to source all of these materials, handle the supply chain, the customer relations, and have them do the assembly work for us and send them out. So we'll make a difference not only at Wepco, our community, but for these other manufacturing companies too. We are all in this together, and we are all going to get out of it together.
Exactly. I love it. That's the theme. That is what manufacturing is all about. And quite frankly, I think most of you are doing that every day, regardless of some kind of crisis. This is just putting a spotlight on how you guys, everybody just comes together just to get it done. And that's what you guys do. That is fantastic. Is there anything out there that you want to tell anybody, or anything that you guys need that we can put a call out for?
Please go take a look. All the information is on LinkedIn. If you'd like to be able to partner with us on either purchasing them or helping us assemble them, we'd love to hear from you. We are also in critical need of additional resources for the plastics so that we can get these shields out even faster.
Right, fantastic. All right, I'll make sure I include that in the video too, your contact information. I think this is great. I think I'm going to have to follow up with you in like a week or so, and maybe we can do a little to see how this project is actually going, and if there's any other stories that you got to share. I would love that.
Sounds good. We're ready.
Amanda, thanks for your time. Thanks for sharing some positive news. And again, anybody out there, everything mold making related, go to MoldMakingTechnology.com. We also have a special link on our homepage for all of our COVID and coronavirus related content. Everything from financing to webinars to help shops get through this time, to our new sourcing assistance program. and just the different stories of what manufacturers are doing to manage the problem and coming together. So again, MoldMakingTechnology.com, and everybody out there, stay safe and stay healthy.